Drivers going north on US 131 may have noticed a roadside memorial popping up over the last few weeks. It's the work of a group of veterans looking to start a conversation about mental health. I had the pleasure of joining them this week to bring you this look at how they're turning pain into purpose. Thousands of people drive down US 131 every day. And for the past month, this patch of open land off the shoulder has been a growing focal point.
It makes me sad to realize that in 30 days, we will have 660 crosses out here.
It's a beautiful display at first glance. But each white cross holds a deeper meaning.
That represents 660 veterans that have thought that there's no hope, that their only answer is suicide, and that is not the only answer.
Every day at noon, a group of veterans and community members are placing 22 crosses to symbolize the 22 veterans who take their own lives each day.
22 a day is an excessive amount. No amount is okay, but 22 a day should be alarming.
Now, that number's according to a 2010 report from the VA, and the number has fluctuated over the years. But veteran Ken Brewer says any amount is too many.
Life after service can be very difficult. We're in the service, and we're trained to be strong and persevere and to not show emotions.
After serving as a member of the U.S. Air Force for nearly a decade and fighting in the Gulf War, Brewer knows the struggles firsthand.
I have PTSD, I struggle with depression, and I once tried to commit suicide myself.
Though he still has dark days, his new mission is to help other veterans.
I'm here to let them know that somebody loves them, cares about them.
And the mission of this daily effort is to not only bring attention to the general topic of veterans' mental health and suicide, but also to remember that each and every one of these hundreds of crosses represents a family member, a friend, and a hero.
I served 6.5 years in the Army as a transporter.
Veteran Jesse Pauman is one of many who show up to place the daily crosses. For him, it's all part of the healing process.
This is Sergeant Rincon, and I was a soldier at the time. He was we call this NCO, non-commissioned officer.
Among the hundreds of crosses, he's reminded of a fellow soldier, one he never thought would be among this group.
And I get a call, Sergeant Rincon killed himself last night. And I just fell right over.
That news shifted his perspective forever, realizing you never truly know how someone may be hurting. And that realization brings him here today with a message to other veterans.
You're not alone. Simple. You're not alone. This is not a weight that you are carrying by yourself.
I have learned that actually to share and to speak out and to seek help and help other veterans, it's made me stronger, braver.
Brewer urges people to be patient with those who have served and understand their transition out of military life may not always be smooth.
As a veteran, I'm asking other veterans, please come, speak to me, speak to another vet, speak to your battle buddies. Everybody needs to look out for each other.
As he works to continue honoring the names on these crosses, including some he knew well, Brewer hopes he's able to help those who may be hurting in silence.
I'm just a veteran trying to do good things.
If you or a loved one is struggling, remember the National 988 Crisis Line is available 24/7 and offers specific support for veterans. If you'd like to join the group Saturday for the final ceremony, you'll be able to find the address and how to get involved with 22 a day at woodtv.com.